Yeah, good evening. Yeah, I ha- I received a message from the admin uh, that the audio was very poor. It means not audible. It's very low. Okay, so actually I recorded almost 10 videos now. Now again, if I want to enhance the audio, it will take some more time and it will waste at least 1 2 days of mine. So if you have any issues regarding technical or regarding in subject you have any doubt, you just message me on this mobile number. Only message. Please kindly understand. I already have burden. I receive many calls a day. So if I couldn't explain in message, I call you and I will explain. Okay. Okay. And you can also take my mail ID. This is my mail ID. So I am from Nungombakam, Chennai. My office is in Nungombakam. Opposite ICI, it's very close, near that Prime Academy. Okay. So hope you understood. You note down this one. I'm removing it. Okay. Now I will explain the. I was discussing previously the negative impacts of federalism. I was telling you. Uh, I was discussing an example. Ex dealer. One more time, I'll tell you, because for origin based taxation and all, this is very important. Ex dealer of Chennai buys, he deals in a generator. Yeah, he buys generators from Mumbai and sells in Chennai. Okay. To vice versa. Vice versa means, correcta? VICEA. Versa. Vice versa. Vice versa means, second assumption is X buys from Chennai, sells to Mumbai and sells in Chennai. So I'll write down because you will not understand. X buys from Chennai, sells to Mumbai. Currently we are under OBT, origin based tax. Currently means old scenario, pre GST scenario. Okay. Now in this case 1, dealer Mr. X doesn't does not get credit. In case 2, he will get credit. Reason, case 1 CST is under old tax, central sales tax is under OBT, origin based tax. Means tax is collected by selling state. Means tax is collected by the selling state. Okay, hope I think it's going on recording. Yeah, it's going. Yesterday I missed one class like this. Next. So because of in case 1, goods means generator starts from Mumbai. reaches Chennai. Start means origin in Mumbai. I can say or Maharashtra. Okay. So in case 1, tax collected in Mumbai and remitted to Maharashtra. Okay. Case 1, purchase is done. Now come to sale. Come to sale. Sale. Now sale. Shall I remove this one also? In case 1, one second now, I am hiding it. You just learn, you can learn Excel also from me. Okay, leave it there. Okay. Now in case 1, stage 1 purchase is over. Now the dealer X has to sell. Sale is intra. Sale is intra. In this scenario, in this case 1, stage 1 purchase, taxes received by originating state, means from the state, okay, it is Maharashtra. MH means Maharashtra, my code. Stage 2, now the product is being sold, sales is taking place. Now intra, taxes goes to Tamil Nadu. Will Tamil Nadu give credit of tax paid at preceding stage? No. Understood? No. Resulting in inflation. Sir, if inflation is there, what will happen? For common man, rice price goes up, provisions price goes up. For industries, raw material price goes up. Okay. Labor, because I am unable, see, if I want to come for job, you have to pay me 500. Till yesterday I paid only 200, but not sufficient for living. If you pay 200, no one will come now. So labor, because for a common man, his inputs increased, common man will increase his output cost also. You understand? Common man also like a factory. When his cost goes up, his price also goes up. So labor is common man. His cost means price gone up. So he will increase his charges. So conclusion, cost of production goes up, margins comes down. Understood? Industries will be closed. Why? See, don't think all industries will make 20%, 30% margin. Many industries are making losses, means they are unable to recover their cost. Many industries making 1%, 2% margins. I heard from Paris dealer, many dealers in Paris, when they met me, when they come to file GST with me, they used to tell me, sir, because there is change in rate of GST, they increase the rate, sir, now 18%, previously sales tax was only 12%. Many industries in Paris, in Chennai, they closed. When I asked the reason, they used to sell, sir, actually they used to have 1% margin. Now GST has come. Once the GST has come, previously we are giving bill without without billing also, we are means some sales was white, some is black. Many industries in Chennai closed. Reason, they used to tell me, already we are at a very less margin. Because of hike in tax rates, that margin also gone away. So now we went to loss. 1% margin is there, 2% tax has increased. Tax increase. So they are closed. They closed. Means, who will work, sir, without margin? Will you work? Like this is that businessman, they are asking me. Now, kindly understand, in OBT, origin based taxation, will increase inflation. Will increase inflation. Why inflation is increased? X brought spelling mistakes may be there, ignore. Bought generator worth 30 lakhs, paid CST and VAT, CST and central excise. Okay, assume 20 and 2 plus 3, 20 plus 2 plus 3. Same example, one more time I am revising. 20, price 20, CST 3, CST again 2, means price 20, central excise 3, CST 2. Now we don't get credit, he will increase the cost. Normally his purchase price should be 20. Sir, what about these two? This becomes a current assets, because they will get credits. All indirect taxes where you are eligible for credit, when you don't get credit, when he gets credit, credit means, in the old scenario, in CST scenario, cost to X is 25. GST scenario, cost to X is 20. Okay. In CST scenario, he want 20% margin, then only he can survive. In GST scenario, he want 20% margin. Okay. Take 25 into 1.2, 30. In GST scenario, take 20 into 1.2, 24. Understood? See how much difference is there in prices. 6 lakhs is coming. 6 lakhs is coming. Almost. Okay. 20 into you want 20%, 24, only 4 lakhs only. Understood? So when his investment is less, his margin also goes less. Now, you understand the case 2, case 2, case 2, I will copy down, note down clearly. X buys from Chennai. Case 2, in this one you see, he buys from Chennai. So X is registered in Chennai. Buys from Chennai. From Chennai. Intra-state purchases. Sells to Mumbai. Interstate sale. Now he will file return in Mumbai. He will file return in Chennai. Okay. For Tamil Nadu, in Tamil Nadu only you will take VAT and CST registration. Okay. On first purchases, stage 1 purchase, tax goes to Chennai. Second sale, tax goes to Chennai. Chennai means Tamil Nadu. Why? Because second stage sale is interstate. Okay. In interstate, in old pre-GST scenario, we use OBT. We have to see from where product started moving. That state gets revenue. Okay, so starting place is Chennai. So Tamil Nadu only gets CST revenue. Understood? So now credit is allowed. Done. Okay. Now see, India is facing inflation. Sir, a country where higher inflation is high, that country industrially will not grow. Industries will never grow because margin will be very less. When margins are low, they will go out immediately, easily. Okay, means they will collapse. Now you see, in origin based tax, OBT, taxes goes to selling states. Now in destination based tax, simple, taxes goes to buying states. Same example. I will now consider the same example, case 1. Okay, same. See, case 1. X bought cane. Went long back. Oh, generator, sorry. X brought generator. Okay. From Mumbai. So supply starts from Mumbai. First you note down like this, stage 1. Yes, stage 1 purchases. Okay. Origin Mumbai. Destination Chennai. Okay. Now we are in GST. Okay. Now we are not in OBT. OBT is done away. done away. Okay, away sir, away, you understand? Done away. Okay, go, done away. uh, Now DBT, you understand? Hey, lighter Hanji. Understand? In DBT, buying state gets taxes. So here buyer is Chennai, seller is Mumbai. Mumbai don't get any revenue. Chennai gets revenue on purchase. Okay, so IGST is paid here. Chennai comes to Tamil Nadu. Now stage 2 sales. Stage 2 sales. Intra within Chennai. Now you see, you see first to whom input is paid. Input tax is paid. Chennai. To whom output tax must be paid. Chennai. Means Tamil Nadu. Credit eligible. Understand? Eligible. That is eligible. So, conclusion is, in destination based tax, instead of depositing tax that side, tax will be deposited this side. Okay, hope you understand. Sir, is GST OBT or DBT? It's neither. It's DBT with CBT. Destination based tax with consuming based tax. Means, I tell you, X buys generator. Assume he has hotel group. One in Chennai, 2 in Bangalore, 3 in Pondi. Or remove Pondi, we doesn't require. 2 in Bangalore. X brought generator to Chennai. He has given Chennai GSTN and invoice issued on his company name. Now, X want it to be given to Bangalore. Reason, now in Chennai there are no power cuts. No power issues, power cuts. And Bangalore started facing it. Or so, it's simple to understand. We bought for Chennai, we gave Chennai invoice. Chennai invoice. Chennai GST number we have given. Chennai GST number we have given. Okay. Now the bill we once it is brought here, after 1 week, after 1 month of use, he found it's useless here or idle here, and he want it to be shifted to Bangalore. Okay. Now see, Hotel X has same, so X is same person doing business in Chennai and Bangalore. Okay. Now he has only one pawn, because same no entity is same, but he has two GSTNs. Now generator is transferred to Bangalore. No sale. Why? If I hold two hotels on my name at different places, I can't sell to myself. If I want to make payment, I has to debit my account and credit my account. Okay, understood. Which is, see, there is no sale, you understand. The good is transferred. See, whenever you see supply definition, supply, though it didn't tell inherently, whenever you go to supply, you see the words consideration. Consideration is used. Consideration must be mutual, means it should, supply must be mutual, means I should receive something and I should pay something. Then only it's consideration. One cannot give consideration to himself. So in supply, though it didn't tell directly, inherently there should be two persons, one giver, other receiver. Okay. Other receiver. Okay. So now you see now GST, now see, okay, understood. Now if GST is OBT, tax goes to Maharashtra. If GST class is DBT, tax goes to Tamil Nadu. If GST is CBT, tax goes to Karnataka. See, the GST is a revenue act. It may not be revenue for you, it's revenue for government. Governments will fight for revenue same as we fight. They also need money for welfare activities. Okay. So, hope you understood GST is a consuming based tax. Sir, you tell me how, if see, you just tell me, here the idea is what the center says to the states. Previously, we are under OBT method where the selling states used to collect. Now we will be under OBT method. OBT means DBT come OBT, we have to tell. It's normally, there is sale, it will go by destination. Finally, it reaches, the taxes reaches the states where finally the products gets consumed. Now in case of X, see the scenario. X owns two hotels. X owns two hotels. Okay. One in Tamil Nadu, other in Karnataka. He see, if you want to make the payment, just wait, my close door. GST, you see, in case of X, if in X, see the consuming states should get the tax. That is the promise. If we want to transfer, the input, I want to transfer my input credit. Why? See, today we are not under service tax, we are under a GST. In GST, not only the center income is involved, states revenue also involved. You will never get input credit. You will never get input credit when you don't use the asset. Means, example I'll tell you. You are running a hotel in Tamil Nadu, you brought generator. There you will get input credit, seeing your invoice. But after 1 month, if you return transfer it to Karnataka, the Tamil Nadu government will disallow the input credit. Means if it is 100, they will disallow 95. So there is ratios 3%, 5% like that. They will disallow per quarter, or part thereof. Sometimes part of the quarter is treated as. So they will disallow 95% minimum. Minimum means it may go up also of your input credit. Okay. Now, sir, why input credit? See, I will see you are a final student. You have to understand why actually input credit is given. If you understand, the output which is coming outside not only involves input services. In the course of production, capital goods also to some extent they will get depreciated. So in output directly you can see inputs, but indirectly there is contribution of capital goods also. Okay. So your cost of production not only involves inputs, but it also involves to some extent the depreciation value of capital goods. But if any capital good is not used, then so suppose the generator is not used, so that the revenue generated is a collective effort. Revenue generated is collective effort of inputs, services and capital goods. So we give credit of input of only those inputs, capital goods, input services which contribute to revenue. Okay. Here generated, contributed in revenue for 1 month. So proportionately only allowed in Chennai. But now Mr. X is asking government, X is questioning, then where does my generator go? It went to Bangalore. There it contributed in revenue earning. There the credit should come. So he questions what is reverse in Chennai. I should get in Bangalore. Okay. Okay, you should get there. That is the correct method. Now, now come to invoice condition. If you want to take input credit, you should have a proper invoice. Proper invoice. Okay. Here invoice is in name of X under with TN GST. Okay. So for purpose of GST, example I tell you, for purpose of X, Mr. X, for purpose of income tax, treated as one all over India. You hold any branches? Example, State Bank of India. One will file only one income tax because one company will have only one PAN. But GST, though you are one PAN, you will have multiple identities. Means Mr. X in Chennai with a GSTN will be treated differently. Understood? Understood. You will understand slowly. Sir, now the issue is TN government is reversing input credit on capital goods, which is a generator, because generator in Tamil Nadu didn't contribute for the revenue generation. So its value is not coming into output. This is the reason. Now the good went to Karnataka. So finally consumed there, majority. Mostly it is consumed fully there, assume, or 99% there. Now the Karnataka government must get revenue. Mr. X in Chennai should get revenue. For this, if X is different, you see supply definition. Supply means it should come from one person to other person. There should be consideration. It should be for business. Like that, many conditions are there. Though X have 2 GST number, he will not pay for himself. There is no consideration. Why there is no consideration? If I have 2 branches, one office in Chennai, one office in Nellore, I can't, if anything, a laptop is shifted from here to there, I can't pay to myself. So in this transaction, though GST and GST, Mr. X is divided into two persons, every state has been given a different identity. Consideration, I can't show you here. Consideration, it's impossible. If sir, I tried once to pay, I was debited in my account and it is credited also in my account only, but a different account. They have no use. Okay, understood. So government is planning to reduce the inflation. If you understand clearly, this is the concept. Now a good is shifted from Chennai to Bangalore. This is not a sale. It will not come under supply. Reason, Chennai hotel is owned by me, Bangalore hotel also owned by me. Both are in Chennai and Bangalore. I am using a common ICICI Bank account only. Only the account number is different, or sometimes even I can use the same account number also, no issues. Now, though GST Chennai business is treated different from Bangalore business, I will not consider this as a supply. See, for GST, X in Chennai, okay, is different to X in Bangalore. Okay, they both are different. Okay, by fiction, X made different. X is made different. We have created an artificial definition saying that X in two states are different. So, adikda we have a definition. Okay, X is made different. Now, what I am trying to explain you, X brought generator transferred to Bangalore from Chennai. Now, TN government reverses input. X is asking it should be allowed in Bangalore. But if he want to take credit in Bangalore on capital good, that is generator, Karnataka would have received the taxes, but taxes are received by Tamil Nadu because invoice initially issued on their name. Now X asks Karnataka to allow credit. They said we can't. Amount paid to TN can't be given credit here, causing inflation. So, credit will be allowed in Karnataka if tax revenue is shifted from Tamil Nadu to Karnataka. Okay. Now, is transfer of asset without consideration is supply. Answer is no. Why? Though X in Chennai versus X in Bangalore are artificially separated, and government said they are distinct persons. X is really one only, but fiction. So now I have two persons can X in Chennai issue invoice on X in Bangalore. Two GSTNs are available. No, no consideration. X said, I will transfer funds from Bangalore account of ICICI to Chennai account. Government it says it will not become consideration. When no consideration, why? Consideration should come from a different person. Okay, that's why. So what should we do to reduce inflation? Just cover under exception that where input credit has taken and it is transferred without consideration, just cover under exception. Exception to whom? To supply. In supply, create a fiction. You create one schedule. In schedule, you will cover this. Say when credit is taken and asset is transferred, its supply, even without consideration. Okay. Now, what X should do? X can issue invoice. Treat this as actual supply. He himself reverse credit and transfers credit to Karnataka. He will do a IGST bill invoice, IGST invoice. Okay, by this IGST invoice, tax is shifted from Karnataka to Bangalore. Chennai to Bangalore. So conclusion, schedule 1 item is done. First item of the schedule I completed. Okay. What is the conclusion? Whenever some transfers are taking place in between the branches, see State Bank. Sir, you may not ask from Chennai to, it may not be shifted. It will take many cases, it will take. See, border, there will be shifted. Many things, businessmen, they shift. So, don't think there will be many transfers. Car example, if there are cars in Chennai, you do car business, in Tamil Nadu, you do business, Bangalore also you do business. Their demand is there, here cars are idle. Some cars you can shift there. Okay, crane is there, whenever you have crane, 10 cranes in Chennai, only 5 cranes are working, 5 cranes idle. Bangalore, there are 10 cranes are working, there is demand for 10 more cranes, no availability, cranes there, then you shift cranes from here to there. One day you can shift. From next day, a crane a day, it will make almost 10 to 20,000. Okay, so these all are possible. So you understood why the schedule has come. Okay, the schedule is being created just to pass on the credit, or it may be even for some, in some cases even for to stop the revenue leakage also it can be there. Okay, I'll tell you how revenue can be leaked. Suppose, see, we'll discuss a practical issue. See, this I don't say my client, somebody's client. When few people, their business will be very less, around 30 lakh, 40 lakh, like this, traders, okay, or around 50-60 lakhs, they have registrations. In some cases, I used to find the client, in January he will come, he will ask me to file return, we will file returns. Okay, there he will tell, so when I asked how much tax how you have to pay, they used to tell me I have input credit. In February he comes, he will tell I have input credit. And when I observe closely, last 12 months, every year, every month, their credit is more than their output tax. Then I used to tell them, sir, if you every month if your credit is more, your input is means your purchase is more, your sale is less, then how are you leading your life? This is the question I used to tell them. Then I used to ask them, I told them to leave, because these are all fraudsters, we can't encourage. Then I told the person, if tomorrow department comes and asks you, what explanation you will give? He used to tell me, I will say that there is a fire breakout and the stock got destroyed. See, if you tell like this, all your input will be disallowed. They doesn't know, they are illiterate persons. At least something we have to contribute to the government, otherwise for whom the government is there? See, the government, you may ask, sir, why then they are not raided? See, these are petty fellows, they will never be raided. Their earnings will be very less, 50 lakh, 60 lakh turnover, they are very marginal income people. So the government will always take care of the high-ended people. So now the question is, now I was asking, you may ask, sir, if the stock is destroyed by natural reasons, why input will be disallowed? See, we don't want whether your stock is destroyed by fire or whether stock is destroyed by cyclone, I don't know. I never came into your office and saw. Input credit will be given if a product gets taxed twice. Okay, if your product is damaged by fire, that product, the possibility of getting taxed See, when I buy, without before sale it got destroyed. There is no possibility that the tax will be attracted second time. So when I was a student in exams, I used to receive a question: X brought 100 tons of cotton, 50 tons destroyed by fire, okay, and he sold 50 tons. Now whether X is having a doubt whether he has to reverse input credit. I used to write whenever there is a natural calamities and without any error of the dealer, without any mistake, you need not reverse credit. Like that you should not write. This is not a correct answer. We give you credit when you come for second time payment. Okay. So I am going slowly to input credit, it seems. We don't require to understand the logic. See, now the issue is, you would have understand here clearly, schedule Y1, schedule 1 is there. There are cases where capital goods are brought. Example, wife say I want car, he will buy in the company name and he will take credit there. Okay. Bill he will come get on the company name, the car will come to house. These situations, there are many happening in the society. To counter this, what the government is saying, whenever you have brought any asset, then you have to remove it. Okay, on which credit is being taken. Credit has been taken. If you didn't use the asset for the business, you have to reverse the credit. Because for you see, I give credit because in your output, your capital asset value should be there. Then it gets taxed twice. When you buy a capital asset, you paid taxes. When it is depreciated and its cost is added to cost of selling price, then again it gets taxed. So hidden, it is hidden. You have to dig in, then only you will understand. So my conclusion is, when you come to schedule this material, you come here, permanent transfer or disposal of business asset where input credit has been availed on such asset. Okay. So when you transfer asset, dispose of means, example I tell you, dispose of means throwing away. Example, you brought a machine, you didn't install it properly, you switch it on, you have put the switch on, it was not installed, it's properly crafted, immediately it blasted, or it is by natural calamities it got destroyed. Okay, natural calamities it got destroyed. Okay, you disposed of. See, when it become useless because of temperature or something, or rain, somewhere, some reasons, so you should reverse your credit, Adida. Okay, understood. Disposal consideration illa sir. Now when I resell it, no one has given me anything. Still you have to reverse the credit. Okay. My conclusion is, if you buy a capital asset, if you use 100% for till from the day one, if it has 10-day life, the 10-day you should use, 10 years life, 10 years you should use in the factory. Then only you can allow credit fully. If it is transferred to some other business, example, one of my client has a hospital. From her father, she inherited a cinema theatre. Okay. For theatre, if she buys a generator, for theatre, if she buys a generator, both the theatre and owned by her only, hospital also owned by her only. Theatre, it is idle. She has shifted the generator to hospital. Hospital is under. Now what she should do? Hospital has a different GST. Theatre has a different GST. As per GST, one madam is 2. Okay, my client is 2. Okay, I file 2 returns monthly. For me, she is 2. When she goes to file income tax with the other auditor, there she is 1. Okay, understand? What she should do when there is she's transferred the asset, she should reverse. She should give an invoice to hospital. Okay, she should raise an invoice in theatre. Accountant she should call. We are transferring generator from here to hospital. You raise an invoice. Sir, consideration illa. Illa na kuda issue illa. Consideration illa na kuda issue illa. Consideration eppadi arrive avumna valuation chapter will tell you what should be the consideration. They will take per quarter they will reduce 3%, 5%. Then 95% of your purchase price will be the selling price. We will tell you how to arrive. Okay, understood? Okay, so a transaction, just you understand, I am shifting my heart from right to left. Sorry, left to right. Correct? Now this becomes a supply. Though there is no consideration, it is between me. Understood? Understood? Okay. Understood? So, understood the permanent transfer. Sir, in exam, they will ask you questions like this. You brought an generator. Then before you installed and you started production today, immediately cyclone has come. Once you switch on the generator, immediately there is a cyclone, and because of cyclone it got damaged. So its damage become useless. It got scrapped. You throwed it. You have disposed it. Okay. Okay. Now are eligible? Then the examiner will say you that he has produced all evidences. He has proved everything. Clearly understand. He has produced all evidences and he clearly proved everything. Okay. Now is he eligible? You don't use your heart. You have to think like this. Once the generator you buy, you pay taxes. Once the generator is depreciated, the depreciation is added to your selling price. In arriving the selling price, the depreciation also forms part. Okay. On that, when you sell in the selling price, if you open the heart of selling price, you will find the depreciation also. Okay. Now depreciation month by month, gradually, slowly, some small amounts will come for a taxation. By doing so, through depreciation it's getting taxed the second time. So you don't think, you don't open your heart and tell it's damage due to natural calamities, the client has proved. Don't think like this. An asset which is destroyed is consumed. And it is not sold. GST should be borne by the consumers. A hotel which uses the generator has, actually when they sell it, they'll shift the tax. They'll take credit, they'll transfer the credit to the consumer. Who is the hotel customer? They will borne the burden. But in the case of generator, the consumer is the hotel itself. It has to be paid by them. Okay. So don't go for logics. Tell, if anything, if you want credit, it should be taxed twice. the value of generator has not come into the selling price because it destroyed. You have to book under loss in P&L. So it will not include in your sale price. It will not come to your cost accounting. Okay. So next, hope you understood. So one point I explained so far in this one day today. See, I may go slow, but I will give full clarity. And I am being a new faculty. Sometimes I am losing the track also. I observed it. But next batch and all, I'll get some experience. So far I thought 2 batches only fully. So, and the last batch and this batch almost I had was 6-month gap. Sorry. Next, I hope you understood you have taken my number and you put a message. I will respond. Okay. Now issue second one. Supply of goods service both between related persons, between distinct person. Sir, who is distinct person? I was telling about my client. She has a theater, she has a hospital. Theater has a different GST number, hospital has a different GST number. Next one. I have a client who has a hotel in Chennai, who has a hotel in Bangalore. I have a client who is running a supermarket in Chennai, who is running a vegetable shop in Bangalore. Examples I am telling you, it's not client details. Now, if you distinct person is when you are one and you have multiple GST numbers, you will be a distinct person. Detail I will explain. Example I will tell you. See, distinct person I will explain later also, but just basics I will tell. First to take state, one state you take, you have 2 GST numbers. Example, theater, hospital. Okay. GSTN 1, GSTN 2. Okay. Now issue is, now both are treated as, both are not one because both owned by Dr. X, Mrs. X, Mrs. X. Okay. They both have one pawn, same pawn, only one pawn. Only one pawn. They have only one pawn. Only one pawn. Same pawn only. They are distinct. If you have a business, same state, this is for same state. They are distinct. Again I tell you in registration, same state. Different state. Okay. Same example I will take. Same example. Now different state. You have GST number here. You have GST number in here. This is Tamil Nadu, Karnataka. You are distinct. Case 1. Again case 2 also there here. See, one state she has hospital. So hospital doesn't require GST number. Okay. She has taken GST number here. It not registered here. Distinct only. Distinct. distinct. Here also, so here also GST will treat as two persons. Here also you will be treated as two persons. Okay. Same as in other country. If you have a business in some other country, you will be treated as distinct person. See, you understand this just to pass on credits to that state. This is made it distinct. See, this they are made distinct just to give for the tax amount I collected. No, I should give it to the other states when there is some stock transfers. Okay. Supply of goods, services made between related distinct persons in section 25 when made in course or furtherance of business. Okay, understood. Sir, why, what is this? I will explain. Goods, both related persons. See, first relative has definition. Same definition as you have in international taxation or transfer pricing. Okay. If goods are transferred between two firms, both are having same partner, firm and a partner, like this, related. Okay. If goods are transferred between head office and branch, you have to note down here. You can note down. Okay, you can note down. Supply between father to son. Okay. Head office to branch. Firm to partner. Okay. I will explain definition later because in valuation and all we come here we are going on delaying. Okay. Branch to branch in different state. Okay, in different state. Okay, branch to branch in different state. Okay, understood. Different state, why I used here branch and other state branch, they are different. Whether you have registration or not, they are distinct, this. They are not relatives. See, holding subsidy will become relative. Branch to branch, they will never become relative under income tax. Because both branches will be consolidated under one PAN only. But for GST number, when you file annual return, in Tamil Nadu we file a different annual return, in Bangalore we file a different annual return. Okay, so like this, there may be natural relations. Okay, sorry, conclusion, no consideration. All cases, no consideration. Okay, consideration is not there. These are relatives. Note down. Consideration is not there. When there is no consideration, it's not supply. But in GST, it's covered in Schedule 1. So it became supply. So hope you understood. The idea was to pass on the credit. See, example, X of Chennai has branch in Bangalore. Okay, transferred goods there. Okay, now branch and head office are same, have same point, but under GST we treat separate. Okay, even when no consideration is charged. When there is no consideration is charged. Even when no consideration is charged. When there is no consideration is charged. Why? Why we have to do like this? Reason, goods sent to branch, not sold in Chennai. So credit will not be allowed in Chennai. Now the consuming state must get credit. Consuming state must get credit. Understood? So if it's not made supply, TN will disallow credit, but in Karnataka they can't take credit. Hope you understood. Yeah, I will tell you, I'll explain you. See, when goods are sold transferred between to branch, head office to branch, between father, son, not normally they will charge consideration. For this supply, they may not charge it. Okay. out of branch profits they may take back. Somewhere that they, for this product they may not charge, but in other ways they may get consideration. But for the goods went to Karnataka, we don't charge. So anyway, branch profit will be clubbed in head office. Branch, though they may not pay the price to head office, the collection will be remitted. See, the price for product we don't, it is free. But all collection in branch will goes to head office only. But that is not towards the product. It is because it is buyer, because it's head office it is getting. Now the issue is you will not get credit for those products which are not sold here. You think Tamil Nadu angle. When something is brought by Mr. X, he should sell the product and come to me for payment of second time, tax second time. But in case of the goods which are transferred to branches, the goods transferred to branch, it's not a supply because no consideration is there. So now the credit will not be allowed by the Tamil Nadu government because the goods are not sold here. See, the TN government allows credit only with respect to goods which are sold in Chennai. They will not allow the goods which were brought in Chennai but taken out of Chennai, transferred to branches in Karnataka. They will not allow credit. Reason, the goods which are went outside the state by transfer will not pay any tax to them. Outward tax is only inward tax. When there is only inward tax, we assume that you are a consumer, so it's the government has got money. Okay, when the goods are consumed, government gets money. You know, when you take input credit, you pay output tax. Again, the receiver takes credit, pays output tax. Government will have only advance, not to tax. Sir, you don't understand all these things now. Sir, you understood? See, the idea behind, logic behind this one is, out of 2 lot, 1 lot is transferred to Bangalore. Now, with the goods, the government should also send, along with the goods goes to Karnataka, the tax will pertain to that good also should go to Karnataka government. If goods should go to the dealer in Karnataka, your branch in Karnataka, the tax should go to Karnataka government. Once the good is sold in Karnataka, then the Karnataka government will allow you credit so that there is no inflation. Previously, in the old regime, what we used to have, whenever there is a stock transfer, agent transfer, it resulting into, we used to pay CST received at the opposite end, they are not getting credit, leading to inflation. Hope you have attended yesterday generator example, so you would have understood. Okay, if you want, I will explain with a example. X bought 2 cranes. Assume 200 cranes, 20 cranes, out of which he transferred 10 to Karnataka branch office. Okay. Now, when in Tamil Nadu, you see Tamil Nadu accounts, purchases 10 cranes, purchases 20 cranes, sales 10 cranes. When the officer asks them where is the 10 crane, they tell it is branch transfer. Crane smile, CRNS. Now what the officer will do, here sale has taken place, outward tax is only for this one. But input tax is this one. Means assume 1 lakh per crane, so 20 lakhs. Outward tax is 1.2 lakhs per crane. So 1.2 into 10 is 12 lakhs. Sir, 2 lakhs in a difference. Value addition. I will not buy crane for the same price. I will not sell. So now what should be done? When paying output tax, you should take credit only 10. Okay. Then 2 you should pay in cash. This is how it should happen. Because returns, TN returns. Sales 10, 12 lakhs, you have to pay 12. Input 20 less disallowed 10, cash 2. Understood? Cash payment 2. Out of this, balance payable in cash. Okay. Understood? 2. Cash paid 0. Payable nil. Now in Karnataka, return sales tax 12 lakhs. Input 0. Tax payable 12. Cash 12. Payable balance 0. This is the scenario before. Okay. Why now inflation is created? Instead of again they have to pay 2% for transferring to that state. Okay. Now, to control inflation, I want to transfer along with cranes taxes also, to transfer the tax to Karnataka. It should be supply. But dealers say no consideration. Okay. Government covers under schedule 1. So conclusion is simple now. Whenever goods went to branches, actually we used to get form F that time. Then we used to pay a CST, sales central sales tax. CST will never get as an input credit. Okay. When form F is issued, there the product goes to the other state. See, I'll explain in the next case. Principal agent transfer, I'll explain that one also clearly. First, temporarily you take this one. So, see, when in Tamil Nadu, the output tax only for 10 crores, 10 cranes are sold, for 10 cranes only they give input. Okay, because the other 10 cranes are not getting taxed twice, so they reserve. Now the sale has the product, these 10 cranes has went to Karnataka. There they will be sold. Once they are sold there, they will send the price to, once after sales, they will send price to head office. Head office will pay 2% CST. Okay. Okay. So this 2% which is paid later, they will take credit. They will take credit and they will file CST return. Old days. Now, if you understand, now we are in a consuming based tax. The goods, the 10 cranes went to Karnataka. Okay. So we have to pass on the taxes to the Karnataka. Passes the tax to the Karnataka. So to pass the tax to Karnataka, if you don't pass the tax to Karnataka, when the product is sold, they will not give you credit. See this scenario, this is the same. So, if you want to pass the credit, I can pass credit only when I supply goods, when I issue an invoice, when I pay taxes. But here, head office and branch are under same company, same pond. It will not become supply. Normally, branches, they don't give any consideration to head office. If they give, it's good. Okay. Okay. So, see, they'll give consideration, but when they will give, once the product is received, sold, then they'll give. Okay. Now, I have to pass on credit along with the goods. To pass the credit along with the goods, then in Karnataka, when it is sold in Karnataka, assume it is sold intra there. Okay. When we pay output tax, they will allow input credit, then the dealer will get the rate, the price concession. Means he will get the tax concessions, so the inflation will get reduced. This is the idea. So, kindly understand. Next, this one I will tell you. Sorry. Next one is in a definition of related person. Employer and employee is also covered. In definition of related persons, employer and employee is also covered. Okay. It is common in every employment that employer gives some benefits to employees. Example, I have been seeing on annual days and all, some factories I have seen giving mixie, some giving washing machine, some giving fridge. I have seen lot like this. Okay. So anything this says supply of goods, service both between related person, distinct person. As related means when made in course or furtherance of business. As specified in section 25, made in course or furtherance of business. Okay. Understood? Made in course or furtherance of business. Okay, without, this is without consideration. It should be for business without consideration. Okay, so gift, a gift to employee cover comes under this one. Okay, so now employee has become your relative by the definition. Okay, if you want to show, I'll show the relative definition. I'll just show the relative definition so that we can continue. Just to wait, we'll have, because I have not shown relative, I am facing problem. Facing this. Here we will have relative definition. I think this I didn't cover. This is the relative definition. Okay. So you have to understand this one. I'll put down, such persons are deemed to be related. Related means you not general blood relation, but they are assumed they are relative. Persons are officer or directors of one another business. So your officer or director also officer or director of some other company. That two are related. Okay. Legally recognized partner. You and your partner are related. Partners in business. Such persons are legally recognized partners in business. So firm ki partner is related. Adida. They are your firm partner means firm ki partner. Employer-employee is relative. Any person directly owns or controls 25% shareholding. You know, you would have seen in company law this. One of them directly controls or directly indirectly controls the other. Okay, subsidiary, co-subsidiary, like this it will come. Your subsidiary will control. Your co-subsidiary, like that. Your co-subsidiary is subsidiary will be controlled by your subsidiary will control his subsidiary is but main control is